I'm going to go over what different age groups might know about the sodium alginate beads and worms lab. So, one of the things that can be discussed is that sodium alginate is a polymer reaction. So first off, middle school and elementary students, they're not really going to know a lot about polymers yet. So what you can explain is that polymers are chains of smaller compounds called monomers. So it's kind of like this string right here with all of these little beads. And these beads are like the monomers, which form a polymer. So for these younger ages, it's probably best to give a visual example of something similar. So that's why I'm using the string with beads. So you could do that, and then look, oh, you have a longer chain. So anyways, there's that example. Another thing that goes on in this reaction is you have the sodium alginate and you have the calcium chloride. What goes on when the gel is formed is that there's an ion swap. So the sodium and the calcium trade places, and then you end up producing calcium alginate. So what's going on is when those ions are linked, these chains, so the alginate, that's already a polymer. So those polymers are going to cross-link, and by cross-linking, that means that they're going to join in different places, and that's why it becomes bigger and bulkier, and it kind of turns into that more gel-like substance. So you can sort of imagine here that both of these different shoelaces are different pieces of alginate, or they are different polymers, and then they cross-link into this big super polymer. So that's a way you could explain it to younger children in elementary or middle school. Some more things you can explain to the middle school students. At that age range, they know about chemical bonds, and they have started to learn that carbon is capable of lots of bonds because it has 4 valence electrons. So you could talk about how alginate is an organic molecule which has lots of carbon, and that's why it's a really good substance to form monomers and polymers and such. So that's another thing that can be discussed. It would also be a great review for high schoolers to go over maybe how carbon can form lots of bonds. The polymer science might relate to any nutrition classes students might have to take in high school, or maybe if they're being introduced to organic chemistry. So that's what would be relevant to the different age ranges, and that's it.